the most important thing is the chanting of mantra.
Do that transformation, undergo that transformation.
Mind has to be taken care of, and mind should be
Identity shift is must.
launched into something which I am trying to do.
Aligning the vibrations of body.
This is a very special moment for all of us. Why? Because we have been talking about certain theme. We have been talking about one idea of transformation. We were talking about what all it takes. From last 2 weeks. We have discussed about transformation, why it is needed. It is needed for the goal which we have decided, which you have decided for this journey, and you are aspiring for it, and every day we are living with it. So definitely it needs certain transformation in our body, mind, soul, our habits. So body, mind, soul, basically we need to bring certain changes, transformation in our habits, thought process, everything. So today I was very excited and very interested, very curious to know about how people in different pursuit of life, different aspect, different when they are having different goals, how do they pursue this transformation? How are they sustaining that transformation? So I was very interested to know that, and in that pursuit, in that coach, I found somebody who can share his experiences about the transformation, about the journey which they have chosen. So I would like to invite Sukumarji here. If you are there, can you please switch on your camera so that I can introduce you to all my students?
Good morning, good morning,
Yes.
sir.
Good morning, good morning. So everybody, you can see we have today with us Sumesh Kumar, who is AKA Sukumar Krishna Dasa, and he is a monk and a devotee from ISCON, Bangalore. He is associated there and serving dedicatedly full time for more than 7 years. And he has been part of the Youth Empowering Initiative of ISCON, Bangalore, which aims to enrich the cultural and philosophical values and teachings to the youngsters. And he currently is also engaged in many community outreach programs, bringing many families and educated people to the core life principles based on the Bhagavad Gita. By educating, if we talk about his education, so by education, he is an engineering graduate and had a brief career with Amazon India Private Limited before moving to ISCON for the full time. So we welcome you, Sukumarji, on our platform, ARETE Academy. And we have this very special club, 5 a.m. Falcon Club, where we are talking every day about the mental strength which we need, or the mind training, or the physical training, overall transformation which we have to undergo for this journey. So our students, they prepare for civil services, and every day they are working on themselves, be it the knowledge level, the philosophical aspect. So it is our koshish, you can say, to bring all holistic 360-degree change, and that's why we started this 5am Falcon Club as well. So it is our pleasure and honor to invite you on this platform. And we would love to know your journey of transformation from Amazon as an engineer to a full-time devotee of ISKCON, developing Krishna consciousness, the way we are developing the Falcon consciousness. So it would be our pleasure to hear from you that how was this possible? What were the certain trigger points definitely would have been there in your life as well, the way our students have chosen this path, how you were able to bring this transformation, and what it takes to do that transformation, undergo that transformation, and most importantly, how to sustain that transformation. As I can see that you have been in here with ISKCON from last 7 years. So what it takes to sustain that transformation. And I'm very sure from your experiences and your way of seeing the life, would definitely help my students, me also, to develop certain perspectives of the life also, and to manage the respective levels of the transformation. So We welcome you on this platform, and now over to you. So please share your experiences and enlighten us.
Thank you so much, sir. And very happy to be in the midst of all of you, very aspiring students. And I'm here in a place which is a kind of a temple setup. So you would hear some kirtans in the background or the morning prayers. So I hope you would not mind it. So this is the time. And yes, I am Sukumar Krishna Das or Sumesh Kumar. And I am in this journey for quite some time. So you had pointed out very important things about mind and about how to sustain it and how was my journey. So all those things, let's come to it one by one. So very amazing to see all the different participants at 5 a.m. They're logging in. I hope that I should not speak so many things that you should again sleep again at 5 o'clock now logging off from this entire meeting. So if that happens, please give me some buzzer or please give me some notation. But yes, very happy that morning 5 o'clock, it is known as Sattvic lifestyle that we are trying to get up early and trying to do so many things. And that has a different understanding altogether. But now coming to my journey. So my journey started, when this entire spiritual journey, when I was in school, and it has a philosophical approach. I had some questions in my mind. At some point of time, those questions became emotions. See, we will have hundreds of questions, but some question has to become emotion, and then only you will act on it. So, certain question, it became an emotion within me that, okay, I should be knowing something about myself. And that gave me an interest towards Bhagavad Gita. I was a 20-year, 21st generation kid and had all the things which a normal teenager would have. I had, I was a normal school going student, but just because certain questions became an emotion, I developed certain kind of an interest. So it is very, very important to note what are things that is becoming emotion within myself. Am I able to oversee that? So from there it started. And then in that same fashion, I received a copy of Bhagavad Gita during my school days, and then I started reading it. And since it had become an emotion, my entire energy was directed towards it somehow or the other. However, external world, it was seeing something else, that something, he's just going on with the usual thing. But there was some change which had happened, and with that Bhagavad Gita, it was shifting my realities, it was shifting my coordinates a little. And after I could not read, I could not understand because it's a very high philosophy. And being a 21st generation kid, present day modern contemporary kid, and who is only exposed to science, I had no idea of what this Bhagavad Gita is. And I did not know how even to complete it, but I felt very good reading one or two pages at times. And then I started continuing it. So after my schooling, I landed to college, and then that was in Bangalore. Somehow I just landed there. And in Bangalore, during my school time, I got associated with a small group of practitioners or group of, the people who are trying to pursue the same path. And from there, I was nurturing my spiritual angle and spiritual understandings and all those things. And then after my graduation, I joined Amazon India Private Limited. And I was very keen about Amazon, not because it is a great company. I was very keen about Amazon because its office is very near to ISCON. So World Trade Center is very, very near. So you see certain things when you are, from your inside, when you are just focused towards it, you do not worry about what's the next thing. So then I joined Amazon India, and my office, it just had 10 minutes distance from ISCON. And I was eyeing that I had to join ISCON sometime, someday or the other, and it should happen as soon as possible. And after working there for 1 year, kind of, I just shifted in. I put down my paper. I resigned from um, Amazon India, and I tried joining inside ISCON. And it took another 6, 7 months, and then I became a full-time monk. Once I was inside, then the intense process started, and then onwards it is now close to 7 to 8 years, and I have not looked back or felt back that I think I had a very nice life. I had a good opportunity. I could have pursued that career and things like that. And I am just enjoying this, and not just enjoying this. I am growing in this. I am learning so much in this. And I am very happy to share something related to my life experience with this. So this was a short journey. It all started with the touch of Bhagavad Gita. And yes, there are many other things and nuances. But yes, I would just like to keep those things aside, and just on a first cover would like to tell about this, that with the touch of Bhagavad Gita in my life, I came into this side of life, which is from an external viewpoint a spiritual life. And second question which sir had asked, as to how am I sustaining into it. Yes. So as I said, that certain things became an emotion. In Bhagavad Gita there is a shlok, and this shlok is in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It says, Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina rasovarjam rasopiyasya param drishtva nivartate. So this shloka goes like this. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina rasoham raso api asya. That means that there is something which is known as taste or rasa. If a living entity, in Bhagavad Gita it is said like this, if a living entity, if it gets higher taste, or if it gets superior taste, or if it gets strong taste somewhere, it just chooses that and it leaves the lower taste behind. It just leaves the lower taste away, like that. So to continue, we just have to manage what kind of experiences or what kind of taste am I enjoying in my life. If I'm enjoying whatever I'm doing, and if I'm trying to have the taste in that, I don't think that we will ever try to look back. If I am not putting certain additional taste in my radar, then I am already very focused. However, if let's say that I am putting some other taste which is not required, then immediately my mind will say, I think let's try that as well. Or what's harm if we can just explore a little only about that. And this is the way mind just starts diverting or digressing, and then we will be landing ourselves into completely different thing. So when we are just focused from our experience viewpoint, that no, I would just like to, these are the domain of my experiences. These are the things that I just would like to, pursue in my life. Then there is no looking back. And also it should be intellectually backed, that what am I trying to do? And it should also have a certain inner clarity with the help of meditations, with the help of awareness, that those inner clarities, if it is there, then we will know that why am I not doing it and why am I doing it. So all those things leads to keep going and keep exploring. And yes, that's the way I just have not looked back as of now till last 8 years. I have not gone to my home since this since last 8 years. Not that I am very disconnected with my parents. Somehow I was not able to go to home and all those things. I'm very much connected to my parents. All I'm trying to say is that I have not fallen back. So by Krishna's grace, by the strength of the providence, this also has happened. So in this way, I just have continued, and yes, this is how it is. In short, if I will have to share about myself and my journey.
Thank you so much. And indeed, it was very powerful the way it was coming with the clarity it was coming. So I just wanted to know that how this transformation is happening. So can you give us some sneak peek into your life about the transformative process which you are undergoing at present, about your routine, about the new habits which you are developing or you have developed over a period of time, so that it will also give us a taste of this con life, your life, and so that our students would be able to correlate, okay, what kind of habits, behavioral changes, and what kind of routine they should follow, or whether they are following or not, how people in the different, I would not say different world, but yes, different pursuit of life, how they are doing. So a little bit analysis of that, a little bit of experience sharing of that as well. So when
Yes.
to this, from the technical life to the spiritual journey, then what was different?
Okay, yes. So I would always encourage a lot of questions that helps me to form a dialogue. And this way of, bringing things out is known as Socratic way of discussions, wherein you ask a lot of questions and then things comes out. So that I just would like to be relevant at 5 a.m. amidst all of you. Otherwise, I will go on to different tangent. So that is how I will keep stopping and would request, different questions from you as well, sir, and different other participants. So how, how the change was. As I said, that once I had a very strong question that now I basically belong to Bihar, and that's the place I was growing up, and that's the place I had my initial schooling done. So I was having certain, certain thought process, certain cultural aspects in my life, and a way of life was one kind of a way of life I had. So at that time, I had a very strong question for a very small. It was not that it was ringing in my mind all the time, but at one point of time, I had a very strong question. So that this question was like this: that today I have taken birth in Bihar, and I am having certain language to speak. I am having certain way of thinking. I am having certain do's and don'ts. I have some value systems, and it is just because I have taken birth here. What if yesterday, I mean, what if I was, if I had taken birth in Pakistan? I would have had some other way of thoughts, some other value systems, some other habits, some other, all those, aspects of life. I did not choose this. I did not decide on this. So is it just on the fate I'm behaving good, or is it on the fate I'm behaving bad? What it is about the realities of life. So this was the central question at one point of time, and that led me to discover something more. And that's where in Bhagavad Gita, I when I got the copy, eventually in due course of time, I was able to address this kind of a inner quest which I had during my school time. And from there on, it just helped me to come to this spiritual life. Reasoning is very, very important. So then this slowly over a period of time, the transfer, the change has happened. Transformation, I would not say, because it's a very big word. I'm in the process of getting transformed, but I certainly had an inflection point where I had transitioned myself into a different walks of a different path of life. So that's how it was. Now coming back to that, when once this had happened, what are those practices which help me to sustain it? So the first practice, which it is known as, the sadhana program. And in that, the most important thing is the chanting of mantra for our own self. So it is known as mantra meditation. So if I may just ask all of you, what is your understanding of mantra? What do you, if I say define mantra in one word or in one line, what will you all say? What is mantra?
Go ahead, जो भी दिमाग में आता है बताओ. There has to be like कोई ऐसा perfect answer नहीं होना है. So you tell.
I will not cut your marks.
Sir, a group of words to arouse your inner self.
Group of words to arouse inner self. Yes, Dinesh.
Chanting God's name.
I could not follow this.
Chanting God's name.
Chanting God's name. Okay. Mantra. You're born, you have seen India last 20-25 years. If you are born here, and you would have heard this word so many times, you would have come across. What does it mean?
So it is kind of praise.
Okay, any one more final comments?
Aligning the vibrations of body with
Okay,
spiritual.
okay, aligning ourselves. Okay, very simple. Mantra forms with two words. First word in this mantra is, if we divide it, it is man plus tra. Man and tra. What is the meaning of man?
Mind.
Yes, exactly. Mind. Man is mind. Tra means that which is a medicine to your mind. So this is what is the meaning of mantra. So it all starts with mind. Let's say that you are very well accomplished, but your mind is not allowing you to do that. You will not be able to do. There is no one should immediately quit that, because mind is very, very powerful. You see, people feel loneliness in today's time. People feel loneliness wherein we have lacks of connections through our Instagram, Facebook, and many other social media handles and channels. But people feel lonely. Where do they feel lonely? We feel hunger because there is no food available to stomach. That's where we feel hunger. Now people feel lonely, people feel depressed. Where these things happen? It all happens in mind. So mind has to be taken care of, and mind should be it should be not just taken care, it should be launched into something which I am trying to do. So that is what is helping, that the medicine to this is mantra. So when somebody takes the good energy from mantra, mind is in control. And in many Upanishads, even in Bhagavad Gita, it is said that if mind is controlled, it is your best friend. And if mind is not controlled, then it is your worst enemy. That means one cannot think of it. Some people, they will have a very wrong perspective about life due to some incidences or due to some things, feel so dejected, so depressed, they will even commit suicide. Why? It is just because mind was giving a wrong perspective about the life. So that's the way it happens. So mind needs to be taken care of. And how do we take care of our mind? We make sure that we energize our mind through mantra. So this, in my routine, there is a practice of chanting of mantra, Hare Krishna mantra. And this mantra actually gives me sufficient strength that I am just moving on without any bank balance and without any so many possessions and properties. Even though the place where I come from, or my society, the society where I come from encourages every individual into these things. So it is mind which actually helps me. After that comes the intellect and the reasonings and all those things. So we have to take care of our mind in in whatever we are doing, backed with strong intellect, and then we will be into it. Then we will not have fallback. Even now, once this initial things are taken care, still there is something which is known as conditioning. And this conditioning will actually hamper our practice, hamper whatever we are doing. Conditioning, you would have seen a fan sometimes, In AC, you will not get this example very correct, because in fan, we are seeing the moving component. So fan, when it is moving, it is at high speed, you suddenly switch it off. So because of the inertia, the fan still keeps moving and still keeps rotating, and it just slows down over a period of time, and then it comes to a halt after some time. And then at that point of time, you can turn the fan opposite as well with your hand, or with the opposite mechanical push or turn or torque, whatever you may say. So fan, when it is moving in one direction, it takes some time to come down. Similarly, our mind, our body, all these things has something which is known as, different memories, and because of which, suddenly if we want to turn back, it does not happen. We will have to face our conditioning. Then we will get to know, oh, there are many forces which is there, which is present in the body. There is mental forces, there is intellectual forces, there is, there is our own biological forces. Different forces are there, and we had given different responses to these forces, and my mind has formed different different responses to these forces. Like, let's say a person is there, he walks down to to its neighboring street, and he saw a very he sees a very nice foodstuffs, or a food corner, or things like that, a junk food or a fast food corner. So when he's walking down, he generally sees, and he used to go and he used to grab and he used to have some fast food. Later on, he discovered that he is having so much of cholesterol in his body, and his body is also getting diabetic and things like that. So now when he sees, it's not that he will have to just say no to the food. No, there will be so much of force of conditioning which will come. So he will see, and moment he will see, immediately the thoughts will arise, oh yes, I used to have these foods, very nice. And then with the thoughts, as I said, will come the taste also. So yeah, that especially that French fries which was there, it was even nice. And then you will be completely into taste. And the taste, moment your taste is there in your mind, the body will start generating. The body will has understood that now you are somehow or the other, you are having it, or you are getting it. So immediately the body will release, the mouth will release water, and the stomach will become more hungry. These all things you have not done, but suddenly it will all happen. And one point of time, it will so happen that you will feel that I must go and grab this, and then I should have it. And then some, just about to, when you are having that plate, you have paid the money, and at that time somebody is coming and enlightening you. No, no, no. You know what? You have high blood pressure, or you have very high cholesterol. You may become diabetic. Then you will say, in one day it will not happen. Today, let me have it. Tomorrow, it's fine. We will see about all these things tomorrow. And then this time we will fall back to it, and then we will just eat it, and then we'll just forget about it. Tomorrow again, moment I saw, mind just generates, and then eventually within some point of time, immediately the emotional mind will generate all the experiences and feeling as well. And then again, I will just go into it, and again I will commit the same things. So that way, I will have to keep fighting so many inner forces which keeps coming. And one of it, as I said, is our own conditioning. In Sanskrit, this conditioning is known as samskar or vritti. So this has to be fought, and this should not be fought, like a bull. This should be fought with an intelligence, like a wheel in the car, or a truck, or a big, a big engine. We see it is not controlled by lot of power by controller. Controller sits with a small accelerator, and it just has to press that accelerator, and a big engine, it just moves up or moves down. A big SUV is there, and with that one has to climb up the hill. So a big engine is already fit in the car, and a controller or a driver, it just presses accelerator, and a little press, and the big engine just moves on like that. And how if it has to be controlled? So just that a small ignition switch is there. You just turn it off, and then entire big force of engine, you will be able to control or switch it off. What if you think, oh, this is a 10,000 bhp engine. Now I have to stop the wheel. What do you have to do? Can you go and catch the wheel by your hand and try to stop? No, your hands will go for a toss. Your body, you will get injured. But if you just switch off the ignition, the entire wheel will come to rest. So similarly, this body is a very big engine. It is said in Bhagavad Gita that it is yantra. Yantra means engine. And just like the engine which is there outside, it has its own force, cannot deal with it. If you are not aware of this engine, you will just mess it up. It's very, very powerful, very, very powerful. With this engine, people have cut mountains into two. Do you really think that there is no power in this engine? It is very, very powerful. How do we handle it? It has to be handled before the engine has released its power. Just that we have to make sure that our lifestyle is such, our practices are such, that engine is not powering, releasing its power into wrong tracks. Let's say there is a big, car or a big powerful vehicle, and we are in a road which is very slippery. You will, with very control, you will release its power so that there should not be any loss of traction. Moment, if on the slippery road you have given full throttle, immediately the wheel will start rotating, and there may be a chances that we have lost traction and the car will just go here and there. So that control as a driver we should have, not like a labor we should have. If like a labor we are trying to control this, then we were fail to mess it up. But if as a driver, if we are trying to control, then we will be able to maneuver it very nicely. Just like an expert driver, it controls the vehicle very nicely. So that way, we have to just fall back into our practice. And what helped me was mantra, Hare Krishna mantra. And with that, I just moved. And yes, today I have I'm like in 8 years or 7 years into this without looking back. I remember one program I was there, and it was in some villa community, and I said that I used to work for Amazon, and they said that you don't feel like going there again. You don't you don't experience that you should again join back. You have not got this thought even once. You didn't think that you should live your old life again and all these things. I said no, I have not. If I would have been thinking, you would not have called me to this program and to address all of you and all these things. So this is how it is. So yeah, setting the entire tone about it, that this is a big engine, and we have to, with our practice and knowing good about this engine, we just need to tweak it so that we are not facing the, we are placing the forces, internal forces accordingly, and we cannot take this, this engine for granted. That's where culture comes into our life. So I would like to open up this much, and then would help you, sir, to, take me to different trajectory and tangent again.
No, it was such a beautiful experience to listen to you, and like I was totally immersive in your routine, your transition, the way you love to call it. So this was actually, मतलब it was जैसे एक फिल्म की तरह, मूवी की तरह सामने से चल रहा था. I would love to know more about your routine, like the way you start your day and till night. What all activities do you do? Because we don't see often from this close. We don't often meet somebody from a spiritual life. So even I have not met so closely. However, I know other people as well. But I would want you to share so that my students can also know about it.
Okay. So when I joined my life, it starts, so it had more of a aspect wherein I just have to form very basic habits and very basic identity of mine, and a very make sure that yes, I'm not falling back. So my entire routine was such that in the morning 4 o'clock it starts, and one has to be ready, and there is no question of missing out, or there is no question of doing something else, because you see, things are at stake. So now it cannot be any other thing. And what helped me continue this was taking care of my mind, because it is mind which comes up with a lot of thoughts, and we placing importance to our own identity, which produces so many thoughts. Okay, so all the thoughts which comes, it actually is generated from an identity. Remember me when I was talking that I am a Bihari boy, and my way of thinking, my way of behaving, my value systems, all these things, I'm deriving it just because I have taken birth in Bihar, or I have exposed to certain society like that. That's the way I'm just talking and thinking, isn't it? So from where it is coming, it is coming from an identity. You just change your identity. You just forget all about which is coming contrary to your identity. Let's say I'm a I you know I'm a person who is aspiring to be a civil servant. So at that point of time, an identity will come. Hey, I'm such and such, used to have a very nice routine, wherein at 9 o'clock in the night and some weekend will go for a party. It's not that I'm going for a party and 10 hours is wasted, or 5 hours is wasted, or 2 hours is gone here and there. No, it's about what identity am I choosing to live. What identity am I choosing to live? In this connection, there I just recall one conversation, email conversation of mine, with a person. He happened to be a pilot in Indian aviation, civil pilot. So he was asking me that okay, he was very impressed after reading Bhagavad Gita, and he was inquiring about spiritual life. So when he asked, okay, let's say in the morning I read Bhagavad Gita, I chanted and did all those things, and it will have its impact. And you are saying that it is very, very powerful. And fine, rest whole part of the day. It's okay. At some time, I can go and have drinks. I can just do a party, small things, and come back. What's harm? Is Krishna stopping all these things that you should not do? Krishna has explicitly told that you should avoid alcohol. Where in Bhagavad Gita it is mentioned like that. So, and then when I was discussing, then I said, it's not just about, not doing that, or what's a wasting of time and things like that. But it's a conflicting of different identities which I am trying to live. Our entire force which is there, which I was just now talking about, that force gets channelized because of my identity. Have you seen a trained Indian army officer or a soldier? He will have his dress worthy, we say, and it will be very tip tied, very prim and proper, neat and tidy, and there will be a lot of importance to that. If it is little up, little here and there, they will have to face a lot of disciplinary issues and things like that. Why is it that? Is there any logic to this? Yes, there is a logic. They will say that, what kind of a soldier you are? You are from Indian Army. Is this the way you should be dressing yourself up? Even a dress which is forming our identity, which is forming his identity, there is some kind of a leakage, and a senior official is just trying to catch that. So there should not be a conflict of identities in what we are trying to do. In my very close acquaintance, one lady, she was asking that, why is it so difficult for me to raise a kid? I mean, I said, yeah, you just remember your mother, your grandmother, she used to raise 10 kids. and 5 kids, back then it was. And for you, just one kid is becoming such a difficult thing. And you are in today's time with so much of facility and technology. In earlier times, when the grandmothers were raising kids, naturally, the one kid will just fall sick and he will die. One kid, a snake will come and bite. These kind of situation and challenges used to be there. What challenges are you facing? There is a medical insurance. There is everything placed in your life. Why are you facing these things? It's just that she's not having a very strong identity of a mother. um, in the morning or till 12 o'clock, I'm a mother. After that, I'm a single woman, and I can do this also, that also. Yes, fine. You can actually, bring the whole world to your, under your own control. But is that the one thing which you want to do? Things like that. So identity plays a very big role. And when in the beginning, when I joined, this was very, very important. If let's say I will live an identity that, what, I used to work in Amazon. My office used to be in 14th floor of World Trade Center. It's a thought. And if I'm breeding that in my head, I am weakening myself internally. I'm weakening myself internally. And just like a very tall tree with its weak root, it just waits for a storm, and the entire tree will be uprooted, and we'll see that small sapling just sustained the storm, but a big tree just fell on the ground like that. So this is how it would be. So managing of our identity, it is very, very important. So no thoughts should come or should breed in my mind which is contrary to what I'm doing. Oh, I used to have a very nice office, my cubicle. In corporate world, Amazon is such a rated company, and one getting inside Amazon itself. No, why to need all these thoughts? Why do I live these thoughts? Immediately throw it out. In Bhagavad Gita, it says, Prajahati sada kaman, Prajahati sada kaman, sarvan parth manogatan. Anything which is unnecessary, which is generated by your mind will generate this. But I have to analyze this. Oh, this is contrary to my identity. Forget this. Throw this. So let's say if I have to see all of you, we are all aspiring to join civil servant. Now I have to live that identity. I have to live that identity. Why am I doing this? I am doing this because I will just get good recognition in my society. Then you are very weak. We are very weak. But I have found a very strong purpose. No, 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 no. I think this is very, very important. So over a period of time, whatever time we are spending, if we are forming a strong identity, if we are forming ourselves very, very much strong, then I need not to push and slog myself into doing all that which I need to be, which needs to be done. It will just that, okay, this needs to be done, and I will be on to it. That is what is known as training. And that is how everything falls in place. Let's say Indian Army soldier is there. He is so well trained that moment he will hear a gunshot or moment he will hear any suspicion, and he will be all alert. Wish, just think or imagine that there is some kind of a crisis lurking in, and the soldier is saying, oh, you know what, yesterday I slept at 3 o'clock only. Now it is just 5 o'clock. You want me to get up and hold the gun and shoot at them? Is this what you want? I mean, think rationally, no? Just 2 hours of sleep I had. Would you like to, give the responsibility of a security of a nation into those kind of a trained professionals? No. So similarly, it is onto us that we should be very well trained. Now, where it is very, very well trained, I have focused that what I need to do. After that, all the things, all the egos, all the identity within ourselves, we just have to kick it out. So that same, it started with me as well. And it is just that you are a plain monk, that's all. Oh no, you were, people used to say that you were very intelligent in your class. Is it going to help me? What am I doing? If it is not, then we should question, what is this intelligence and all? I'm doing this at present. And if I'm intelligent, then it should help me here. And if it is helping, then I will consider. If it is not helping, then, reject that thought or reject that idea, reject that experience, things like that. Somebody will come and say that what you are doing, you should just do this, can't you see? And you will already have your own backlogs and things like that. Then at that time we will start questioning and we will think, oh no, it's enough is enough, it's too much. No, what am I trying to do? What am I supposed to do? Is this the way? And then you fall back, you again kind of analyze, try to live your identity. Oh no, this is not I want to do, I cannot be living away from it. So this is how it goes anywhere, any kind of training. So similarly in all of us, our things, in all of our preparations, we have a very strong experience why I want to be a civil servant. Obviously in interview they will test you and they will clean you further, but yes, why you want to be. And that why, it starts with a why, it's very very strong within. And then I am living that why, I am making sure any other things which is beyond this why, I'm not into it, I'm just keeping it away. So I was a monk, I am seeing all that, whatever my backlog, whatever my things, all these things which is coming, which is crossing this identity. No, cut this away, don't give any attention to that, don't pay any heed to that. And that's the way it started. So my coming just back to my daily routine, in the morning 4 o'clock we had to get up, and we attend Mangala Arti. It's a devotional program, and it is very very important. And actually, connecting and figuring it out ourselves internally gives us confidence. That is what gives us conviction, and that is what is the path that I am in. So we used to attend, or even now we participate in the morning into devotional programs. Then we will chant mantra meditation for hours, and then after that we will hear something from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. And then after that we will be into different activities wherein which is related to Bhagavad Gita, and that way I will have my entire day going on, and no contrary thoughts should come which is going to pull me back. Any thoughts, every single thoughts which is there, it should just empower me, it should not be one which is pulling me back. So those thoughts should not be there. So it comes with a lifestyle. So my services which is there, seva which is there, it just starts, and then we will be completely engaged into it. And in that process so much of realizations will come, so much of you know um, different experiences will come, and it will align to your identity, it will align to your goal, it will align to where you want to be. And in that way you just feel so energized, so refreshed, so so again would like to try and attempt it again and again. And in that way we just keep going on. So that is how it is. Second thing which was very important back then was that don't think of future, trust future. That tomorrow, you see, I do not have anything in my hand. We are a monk, what will happen to me tomorrow? I don't know. God has given me strength. God has given me mind. God has given me intellect. We'll do something. We'll survive. If not survive, then we'll get consumed with the situation which is there. But even during getting consumed, we'll give my 100%. That's all. And life is like a jungle, and wherein how everybody looks for survival. Those people who look for survival in the jungle, they do not get depressed, because they are just trying to solve it out. And this happens. Have you seen a monkey? It is feeling depressed that some anaconda was behind me, some lion was behind me. A deer, it has it looked like uh, you know I feel that I can't do this. Never happens. When the lion or the tiger will be behind, the deer will just run, because how much strength it has, it will run. And it just has to keeps maneuvering. That's the way it is. So don't think of future. God has given us enough, and we are going to make something or the other. We will be able to do something or the other, no doubt about it. If I will busy myself, keep myself busy thinking tomorrow, if this does not work, if that does not work, and then then we are just dooming ourselves today. Today some things are there, what and all things can work, what and all things can happen, I will just do that. So that's the way I live my life, thinking for the day, depending on Krishna, because God is a reality. And after having this thought, managing my mind with the morning programs, devotional programs, chanting mantras, and with that try to feel that yes, whatever I'm doing should just keep doing it. So yeah, this is the way my entire day used to start. From 4 o'clock, devotional programs, chanting of the mantras, and then hearing Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, and then continuing your day with seva and services, so that we are trying to live one kind of a life. So yeah, this is some insights into it, sir.
Thank you so much. And I could feel that then we are also on the right track. And what we are doing here at 5 a.m. Falcon Club, we meet 4 times in a day, and for rest of the day they have their targets. They are doing their seva for this transition transformation. And we meet at 5 a.m., then 9 a.m., then 5 p.m., and we close our day by again a meeting at 9 p.m. So what I could perceive that any transition or any change, we need an environment. We need to build new habits. We need to sustain those habits. We need to nurture those habits. And we need definitely an environment where you told that we will have devotional aartis, and we need to hear certain lessons from the Bhagavad Gita. So yes, definitely the role of a mentor, a role of teacher, a guide, and we have then our whole world where we have to just play around. And very important things which has been highlighted by Sumeshi is about identity. That is what from the very first day even I am trying to emphasize, that if we have to come to any particular role, we need to first start believing in that, and we need to sustain that. So identity shift is must, and one day at a time. So what a beautiful thought it was. The world is jungle and we have to survive. And in when we are busy surviving and fighting the survival, you're not thinking about yesterday, you're not thinking about tomorrow. And hope you all remember that few days back only I told, when we see the falcon flying, what is the agenda of that falcon? That okay, today I have to celebrate Holi. Today I'm not feeling good. Today I am feeling depressed. No, I couldn't take rest properly. No, every day same vigor, same energy, adjusting, managing. Okay, even if one day the falcon has not got the prey, they will try again. So it was a beautiful thought indeed, and definitely it has reinforced that yes, people who are on their journey of any kind of transition or any kind of transformation, they are doing the same things. और कुछ अलग नहीं करना है, बस उन्हीं चीजों को डिसिप्लिन में बार बार करना है. So it was very very insightful. So thank you so much.